What is up, Drewskis? This is a very special series that I'm doing called a Brew with Drew. It's Drew, off the cuff, unhinged, no graphics, no smoke and mirrors. And you know, we can all thank Paco Films for giving me this idea. So like this whole catastrophe of a series that's gonna happen, we're all gonna point the fingers at him, okay? So in this video, I'm drinking Atomic Duck IPA. This guy, and we're gonna unpack the Olympus 20mm F1.4. Let's get into it. Cheers. So, the Olympus 20mm F1.4 was just announced, and you know what? I'm kind of excited about it, but I think it's more than just a lens. I do. I think that Olympus needed to release a pro lens. And so before we dive in to the thoughts that explode out of my brain over the Olympus 20mm F1.4, let's first discuss what this lens technically is, right? So we have a 20mm f1.4, a lens made up of 11 elements in 10 groups, weather resistant, resistant, definitely a pro body. You know, will feel good in the hands, right? One of those kind of lenses, right? I don't think it has a clutch on it, which is kind of weird for Olympus, but we'll give them that pass. But yeah, so we have a pro lens, and besides that, right, let's think about that focal length, right, 20mm. It's sitting right in between the 17 and the 25. Same thing with the price point, $800 US. I don't know what 650 European and 8 million Canadian. I don't know, right, but 800 US or $7.99. You're saving that dollar. You're saving that dollar. So yeah, so I think the price point is good for what it is. And you know, you do that whole crop factor thing, right? And you get to 40, right? 40mm. I love that focal length, right? So I love the 35s, all that jazz. 40 is good. 40 is good. We all like 40, right? You like 40, I like 40. We all like 40. So, all right. Now to the main topic. What this lens really means. Because I think it's more. I think it's more than just a lens. I do. I think this lens is Olympus, nay, OM Systems. It's OM Systems' way of saying, hey, the Olympus Patriots. The Olympus Patriots. We're real. We're not just going to release these pin cameras. You know, we're going to release some pro stuff. And is that pro, P-R-O, capitalized? Is it P? Is that an acronym? No, it's pro. I have to look at my documentation. Whatever. I digress. I will not digress. But I think it's more than just the lens. I think it's Olympus reassuring the Olympus Patriots that we're still here. We're still in charge. We're still doing what we do, right? We're an MFT company making bad blank MFT stuff, professional stuff, right? That's why you like Olympus. That's why I like Olympus. And if you don't like Olympus, you should like Olympus, all right? Just letting you know, you should. You should like Olympus. Like Olympus already. But yeah, so they released this lens. It sits right in between the 17mm and 25mm. Same thing with the price. Cozy. All warm and like, all in there. And And I think if they were to release anything less than a Pro, it would not just be a disservice, but it would hurt. It would hurt the brand in general, right? Because not only are they rebranding from Olympus to OM Systems, right? They also have to produce stuff that's not going to fall to the wayside like other JIP. And I hate saying JIP because that's what it means. It is what it's JIP, right? But other JIP brands haven't had it so good, right? It went cheap and stuff. But I think because we still have the Olympus now OM Systems CEO and presumably the same engineers and reps and stuff working for them, it's still the same company. That hopefully we have the same, that same love, that same Olympus love that we have grown to love, right? So that's how I feel about it. How do you feel about it, right? Like, that's what this is about, right? This is Andrew off the cuff, right? Brew with Drew, right? No flashy things. This is my brain unhinged, right? And so you're getting the real deal, Holyfield type of things, right? And that's how I feel. I think Olympus had to release this 20mm F1.4, and they had to release it as a Pro Series. They had to. Following up with that, this WOW camera, and again, I don't want to digress, but this WOW camera doesn't necessarily have to wow. Doesn't have to wow. It just has to be a true successor, and I think a true successor to the EM1 Mark III. So I don't think they're going to call it a Mark IV. Maybe an OM1. I would hate for it to be an OM EM1. Because, yeah. But it doesn't necessarily need to wow, right? It just needs to be a true successor to that camera. And then on the video front, right, which has never been Olympus's strong suit, okay? I'll give you that. But, okay, at least 10-bit, some 422, maybe 4K 60. Doesn't need to be a complete powerhouse of a thing, right? Nobody's asking for that. Usually, Olympus peeps are more photography-minded anyways. So, I've been rapping with my boys about this, and you know my boys, Rhett Thompson, Apoco Films, and they're jazzed about it. I mean, Apoco Films, I think, has already pre-ordered it, right? So, yeah, I think we're all on the same mindset. You'll probably see a video from them about it soon, but yeah. Let me know what you think about it. Right? Are you guys going to pre-order it? Do you think it's just a wash? Do you think it has more meaning behind the scenes? I do, obviously. But, yeah, boys and girls, cat and kittens, that's what I got for y'all, man. So this is the first Brew with Drew. Hope you liked it. A little different than my other content, but you'll be seeing more of them. And we can all thank Alpaco for giving me this idea. So even if it's a bad idea, we blame him. He's the one. Not my fault. Not mine. That guy. Him. Or if he's over here, this guy. Anyways, as always, know that you're loved. I appreciate all you. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate y'all. And if it's your first time watching one of my gigs, one of my shows, one of my episodes, I'm sorry. But subscribe and like, you know what I mean? That's what all the cool kids are doing. Trust me. That's what they're saying. That's true story. At least that's my opinion. Man. No, thanks a lot. My dogs are going crazy over here. But thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace. Later, Drewskis.